I am Dipanita, a registered clinical psychologist based out of Bangalore, Karnataka, currently associated with an on-demand online healthcare organization called MFine. Today, the Vivacious Mind has invited me to be a part of their global campaign, and it's an absolute pleasure for me to be a part of such a great initiative. Today, in a brief session, I wanted to discuss some of the do's and don'ts while you are addressing someone who is undergoing a mental health condition, certain terms which you can avoid while addressing somebody with a mental health condition, and mental health first aid. So, to begin with, some of the do's and don'ts I wanted to address. So, the first one would be that when you are addressing someone with a mental health condition, do listen with an open mind, keeping aside all your judgments and assumptions about the person going through any crisis. Don't make or avoid making comments such as "you are fine" or "cheer up." Although you may think that you are being helpful, comments like these can actually make someone feel criticized or humiliated for feeling the way they do. Do ask questions. They may not want to give you all the answers, but that's okay. They will know you are simply there because you took the time to ask. Do encourage them to seek help. First, find out if the person is actually receiving the necessary help or not. If not, offer to get them the help they need. They may refuse to take the help and even might get angry with you, but it is important to remind them that any mental health conditions are treatable and they don't want to feel this way forever. Do be patient, and last but not the least, do not take things personally. Remember, what they are going through is not about you, or it's not your fault. Give them all the love, support, affection, and at least try not to expect anything in return, because there may be a possibility that they will not be able to give it back to you. Now, coming down to the second part of my discussion, this is one area which is very prevalent in today's society. That is, how do you address someone who may have a mental health condition or might be having any mental health condition? Standing in 2020, we do not call someone a cancer victim, rather we call them a cancer survivor or a cancer warrior. Similarly, when we are dealing with someone with a mental health condition, we need to remember that the diagnosis that they have received, that really doesn't define them. Each person have far more sides to them than their condition. Hence, instead of using terms like depressed, anxious, schizophrenic, sad, melancholic, or even mad, it's better to use terms such as a person living with depression, a person living with anxiety, or even a person living with schizophrenia. This is, in return, it's called using a first person language. Now, coming to the most interesting part of our conversation, what exactly is mental health first aid? Who can provide the support, and how you can be a mental health first aider or a provider? So, to begin with, mental health first aid, it is a help or a support which is offered to a person who is, one, either developing any mental health problem or experiencing a worsening of an existing mental health problem, or is in already a mental health crisis. Mental health first aid will typically not be offered by someone who is a mental health professional, but rather by someone who is in the person's social network. It can be a friend, it can be some of the family members, or even it can be a colleague. So, how can you provide mental health first aid to somebody you know? First and most importantly, you have to be aware about the certain warning signs to look out for in anybody who is around you. These could be any behavioral changes that you may witness in these peoples. They might avoid social gatherings or isolate themselves. There may be certain changes in their interactions and communications with their family and friends. There may be certain physical symptoms such as loss of appetite, sleep disturbances, a sudden decline in their daily functioning and activity. Any stressor which has been affecting a person's general well-being. One of the first action that you can take is to approach the person and reach out to them physically or virtually to check on them. Make sure that you are approaching them at a suitable time and space where both of you feel comfortable. If the person doesn't want to initiate a conversation, at least let them know that you are there for them. The second action would be to listen to them non-judgmentally. Respect their privacy and confidentiality. Just remember that it takes a lot out of a person to share how they are feeling. Hence, it's your responsibility to maintain their privacy and confidentiality. Most people who are experiencing any sorts of distressing emotions and thoughts want to be listened to empathetically before being offered options or any resources that may help them. Next, once a person with any mental health condition has felt that they have been listened to, it can be easier for the first aider who is providing the support to offer the emotional support as well as the right information. Uh, After that, once you have provided the support and the information, you can also suggest them the options that are available to them for help and support. A person with mental health problems will generally have a better recovery with a professional help. They can either reach out to a counselor, they can reach out to a clinical psychologist, they can reach out to a psychiatrist for even medications. Even a support from family members, assistance with vocational and educational goals, and anything, any support in any forms can be useful. So it's your responsibility to persuade the person to reach for the right source and the right information and also the right help that is available in the surroundings. Once you help them, definitely at least 80% of your job is done. But it's always a good idea to check on the person so that you are aware about the person's well-being. I hope I'm being able to clear most of your doubts related to mental health first aid. I'll make sure to link few articles for you to go through at your convenience. And I'm wishing all the best to the team. And it's been a pleasure to be a part of your camping. All the best to everyone. Thank you so much.